Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Emma. One of the questions I hear almost every week is this: Dr. Emma, why are my erections not as strong as they used to be? Sometimes it's the man asking, sometimes it's his partner, and the truth is, this is much more common than most people realize. But before we talk about how to make your erection stronger, we need to clear up one very important misunderstanding. A weak erection is not always erectile dysfunction. Those are two different things. Almost every man will experience a weaker erection at some point. Maybe you had a stressful day. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Maybe your mind was somewhere else. Maybe you simply weren't fully turned on. That's completely normal. Now, erectile dysfunction, or ED, is different. ED means you regularly have trouble getting an erection or keeping one that's firm enough for sex. So don't panic just because you have one bad night. One weak erection doesn't mean you have erectile dysfunction. Now let's talk about some of the most common reasons erections become weaker. The first, and probably the biggest one, is stress. When your brain is overwhelmed, your body shifts into survival mode. It starts producing stress hormones. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tense up, and your body decides that reproduction is not the top priority right now. I've seen many men whose erections became weaker during busy periods at work, after financial problems, or while dealing with family stress. In fact, many of them told me their sex drive dropped at the same time. The second cause is something much simpler. Sometimes it's just the situation. For example, some men notice they don't feel as much sensation when using a condom. Others lose their erection because something interrupted the moment, or they suddenly felt uncomfortable or distracted. Sex isn't only physical, your brain plays a huge role. The more emotionally connected and mentally engaged you are, the easier it is for your body to respond. When your attention disappears, your erection often follows. That's perfectly normal. Let's talk about another major reason erections become weaker: getting older. I want to be very clear about something. Growing older does not automatically mean your sex life is over. The real issue isn't your age. It's what happens inside your body as the years go by. Think of your blood vessels like plumbing in your home. When they're new, water flows easily, but over time, they can become narrower and less flexible. The same thing can happen to your arteries. An erection is really a blood flow event. When you're sexually aroused, blood rushes into two sponge-like chambers inside the penis. As those chambers fill with blood, the penis becomes firm. At the same time, the veins that normally drain blood away are gently compressed. That traps the blood inside, helping the erection stay strong. So, for a firm erection, two things have to happen. First, enough blood has to flow in. Second, that blood has to stay there. If either step doesn't work well, your erection may not be as firm as you'd like. This is why conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, and heart disease often affect erections. These conditions damage blood vessels throughout your body, including the very small arteries in the penis. In fact, the arteries in the penis are much smaller than the arteries in your heart. Because they're smaller, they often show signs of poor circulation years before heart symptoms appear. Certain medications can also make erections weaker. Some blood pressure medications, antidepressants, and other prescription drugs may affect blood flow, nerve signals, or hormone levels. If you've noticed a change after starting a new medication, don't stop taking it on your own. Talk with your doctor first. Sometimes, a simple adjustment or switching medications can make a big difference. If you're finding this information helpful, don't forget to click the link below for my 9 free intimacy tips for couples, and leave a comment letting me know where you're watching from. I'd love to welcome you to our growing community. Now let's talk about something that surprises a lot of men. Your daily habits may be affecting your erections more than you realize. The first habit I want to discuss is pornography. This can be a sensitive topic, so let's keep it balanced. Watching pornography occasionally doesn't automatically cause erectile dysfunction, but for some men, frequent or heavy use can change what their brain becomes used to. Over time, your brain may start responding more strongly to constant novelty on a screen than to real-life intimacy. That doesn't happen to everyone, but if you've noticed that it's easier to become aroused while watching porn than with your partner, it may be worth taking a break for a few weeks and seeing if things improve. Many men are surprised by the difference. Another thing to think about is masturbation. Masturbation itself is perfectly normal. There's nothing unhealthy about it. However, timing can make a difference. If you masturbate shortly before you expect to have sex, your body may simply need more time to recover. That recovery time is different for every man. For someone in his 20s, it might be only a few hours. For someone in his 50s or 60s, it may take much longer. If you've noticed weaker erections during sex, try leaving more time between masturbation and intimacy. Sometimes that simple change is enough to make a noticeable difference. Now let's move on to something that many men completely overlook: your pelvic floor muscles. These muscles sit at the bottom of your pelvis and help support your bladder, bowel, and reproductive organs. They also play an important role during erections and ejaculation. When these muscles are strong and functioning well, they help compress the veins around the penis. That helps keep blood trapped inside the erectile tissue, making erections feel firmer. So how do you find these muscles? The easiest way is to imagine you're trying to stop yourself from passing gas, or briefly stop the flow of urine. Those are the muscles you're looking for. Just don't make a habit of practicing while you're actually urinating. That's only a way to identify the muscles, not an exercise routine. Instead, practice contracting those muscles while sitting, standing, or lying down. Hold the squeeze for a few seconds, then relax. Repeat several times. Like any other muscle in your body, consistency matters more than intensity. A few minutes each day can gradually improve strength over time. Research has shown that pelvic floor training can improve erectile function, especially in men with mild to moderate erectile dysfunction. It's simple, it's free, and it has benefits beyond sexual health, including better bladder control as you get older. Now let's talk about something that many men never check: their hormones, specifically testosterone. Testosterone is often called the primary male sex hormone, and for good reason. It plays a major role in libido, energy, muscle mass, mood, and sexual function. One of the most common things I hear from men is, "Dr. Emma, I tried Viagra and it didn't do much." And sometimes the reason isn't blood flow at all. Sometimes it's low testosterone. Here's something many people don't realize. An erection starts in the brain before it ever reaches the penis. You have to want sex before your body can fully respond to it. If your testosterone level is very low, your interest in sex may decrease. Your desire may drop. Your energy may drop. And even if you take a medication that improves blood flow, you may still not get the results you're hoping for. That's because blood flow is only one part of the equation. Desire matters too. Low testosterone becomes more common as men get older. But age alone doesn't determine your hormone levels. A simple blood test can tell you whether your testosterone is in a healthy range. And if it's low, a qualified physician or urologist can help determine the cause and discuss treatment options. But hormones aren't the only thing that matter. There's another factor that's often overlooked: sleep. In fact, sleep may be one of the most powerful natural erection boosters available. Think about it. When you're sleeping, your body is recovering, repairing, and producing hormones. Most testosterone production occurs during sleep. So if you're regularly sleeping 5 hours a night or constantly waking up exhausted, your hormone levels may suffer. And when testosterone drops, sexual function often follows. This is where sleep apnea becomes important. Sleep apnea is a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. Many people don't even know they have it. Some common signs include loud snoring, waking up tired, morning headaches, falling asleep easily during the day, or a partner telling you that you stop breathing while sleeping. When sleep apnea is untreated, oxygen levels can repeatedly drop during the night. Over time, this can affect blood vessel function, nitric oxide production, hormone levels, and ultimately erectile function. That's why some men notice dramatic improvements after treating sleep apnea. The lesson here is simple. If you want stronger erections, don't just focus on the bedroom. Weak erections and erectile dysfunction are not the same thing. Stress can absolutely affect sexual performance. Healthy blood flow is essential for strong erections. Medical conditions like diabetes and heart disease matter. Pelvic floor exercises can help. Hormones matter. And never underestimate the power of good sleep. Click the link in the description and download my 9 free intimacy tips for couples. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me, what city are you watching from today? Thank you so much for spending time with me. I'm Dr. Emma. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.